everybody, this is the video on how to set up your interactive notebook. Before you begin, you're going to want to get these materials in front of you. You're going to need a one subject spiral notebook, colored pencils, markers, and a pen or a pencil. Please pause the video if you don't have these things in front of you already and go get them. Okay, you should have all of the material in front of you. On the front cover of your interactive notebook, you need to write the class name. So you can write it like just put science. You can put science interactive notebook. You can put science interactive notebook but abbreviate it. Or something to that effect. I put interactive notebook of science, and I did a little doodle down here so you can kind of make this front page your own, but you need to have at least science somewhere on there. Alright? So pause the video and do that. When you're finished with the front cover, the inside cover is going to be the Me page. Okay? So the Me page needs to have your name, first and last name, the period that you're in science, a diagram or picture of something that reminds you of science, and drawings of things that you like that are going to tell me a little bit about yourself. So for example, my Me page, I have my name, I have period blank because I have all periods. I've got a picture of the solar system here, so there's Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, asteroid belt, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. I've also got a diagram of an atom. Those are some things that we're going to be absolutely learning about this year in science. And a couple of things that are about me. I have my family down here with my infamous stick figures that I always draw. So I have my husband, I have a 4-year-old son, and I have a 4-month-old daughter. And they are the loves of my life. I've also got, up here at the top, this is a really sad example of the U for USF Bulls, because that's where I graduated from. Over here I have a tomahawk, because I also went to Florida State University up in Tallahassee. And I have my Deathly Hallows symbol here for Harry Potter, because I absolutely love Harry Potter. And I've got some music symbols over here, because I absolutely love all kinds of music too. Okay, so pause the video, and you can get as creative with this as you want to and make this Me page say something about you, okay? Okay, next what we're going to do is we are going to number the pages of our interactive notebook up to 50 pages. So the numbers are going to go in the upper outside corner. So this page right next to your Me page should be number 1. Okay? Next, on the flip side page, we should have 2. See, it's in the upper outside corner. Next page, 3. Okay? And then so on and so on. So we've got 4, 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 9, all the way up to, I think I went to actually 51. Let me see here, because it was an even number of pages. Yeah, so I went all the way to 51. So go ahead and pause the video and do that real fast so that we have that out of the way. Okay, once you have the pages numbered, we are going to practice writing some notes. This is, after all, the interactive notebook. So in here, we're going to be writing down notes from the textbook, lecture notes that I give you from these videos, some summaries and reflections and things like that. But if we are doing notes, we're going to do it in a particular way to keep ourselves organized. So on page 1, we're going to start with the title. And the title of these notes are going to be your interactive notebook. So please take a second and write this down. Put the date over here. I know mine says the 19th. That's because I did it on Friday, the 19th, when I wrote these out. But you can put today's date or you can put the 19th. It doesn't really matter. Next, the next line is going to have a capital A on the outside of the red line. And then you have notes format, how to organize your notes. This is going to be the first big idea underneath the main idea of whatever we're taking notes about. So it's your interactive notebook. First main idea about the interactive notebook is the notes format, how to organize your notes. That's what the A stands for, or the letters on the very outside of the red line. These are going to give you your main ideas. Underneath that is the indented number 1, and it says title of your notes goes on the first blue line. Okay, so the title of the notes goes on your first blue line, and I have a pink arrow that's showing you what the title is. You don't have to do this pink arrow, but you can if you want to. And you can make it any color that you want if you want to do the arrow, just to kind of point to where the title goes. Number 2, that's also indented underneath the last number, is date goes next to the title. So on all of your notes, you're going to have the title and the date right next to it. So the date of the notes go right here. Number 3, the letters are the big ideas. Kind of like what I said a few minutes ago. I have an arrow pointing to the capital letter A. So the letters on the outside of the red line are going to be your big ideas underneath whatever concept we're taking notes about. Number 4, indented numbers are supporting details. So these numbers here, all of these things are supporting details about how we're going to format our notes. All right? We're going to indent it again, and we're going to put a lowercase a, and it's going to say indented lowercase letters are details about that number. So number 4 was indented numbers are supporting details, and then we indented and we put a lowercase a. These are going to be details about the details. If we have to add things to a particular detail here, we indent it and we put a lowercase letter, and that's where we write that. So please take a second, make sure you have this written down, and then come back when you're done. We'll do the next big idea for these notes. Okay. The next one is B, interactive notebook setup. Number 1, the left pages are your creative pages. So as you see here, this is our left page, and we used lots of color, we drew pictures, we were very creative with the left side page. So the left pages are your creative pages. This is where you're going to draw pictures and diagrams. Questions that you may have, you're going to write those down as we're going through the lecture notes. You might want to jot them down on the left-hand side. Doodles to help make sense of the concept. So if you're a visual person and you need to draw stuff out, that's where you would do it as we were taking notes. Number 2, the right side pages are note-taking pages. Okay, so this is our right side page. This is where we're taking notes. Left side is the creative page, the right side are the note-taking pages. And on these pages, we're going to write lecture notes, textbook and handout notes, video notes, summaries and reflections. All of these things go on the right side. And I will always tell you what I want you to have on this side so that you don't have to kind of figure it out on your own. I'll always give you the right-hand side notes. Some of the times I'll be giving you the left-hand side stuff too, because that's where we'll put graphic organizers, and anything that's visual goes on this left-hand side. All right, the last big idea are the rules of the interactive notebook. First rule is you're going to put a page number on each page, and remember that they're going to be in the upper outside corners of each page. The second rule is you're going to use colored pencils, not markers, okay? I used a marker up here with this pink arrow, and it bleeds through to the other side, if you can see here. So markers aren't a good idea with these interactive notebooks on these pages because they bleed through. So you're going to want to use colored pencils. See, I used colored pencils for these arrows, and you didn't see them on the other side of the page. Number 3, you're going to want to use glue sparingly. I have glue sticks and all over the place in the classroom, but mostly in those baskets on your desks. So, but use them sparingly and make sure to remember to put the caps back on so they don't dry out in 2 seconds. And the last rule is don't tear out any pages of your notebook because you're going to need all of these for the year. Okay, so make sure that you have all of these notes written down. I know it's kind of a lot, but I wanted you to get familiar with how things are going to be set up and give you all the rules of your interactive notebook. All right, so when you are completely done with the front cover, your me page, numbering all of the numbers up to all of the pages up to 51, and your interactive notebook, the first set of notes that we have, you're going to close your notebook up, and you're going to eventually put it in your science binder. The video on how to set up your science binder, I'll show you where you need to put it, but that's everything that you need to know for your interactive notebook right now. Pause the video at any time and rewind it at any time to make sure that you have all of the pieces of this. On Wednesday, I will be checking these to make sure that you have all of the same components that I have here in your interactive notebook.